What is going on with Arbitrum? We have their first ever proposal. So much controversy around it. This has an impact on the price of Arbitrum. It's down about 9-10%. It hit a low of about $1.15 this morning. And this is all because of this number one proposal coming from this DAO. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, a DAO is a decentralized autonomous organization. And what this does is that people who hold the Arbitrum token can actually go ahead and vote on specific proposals, voice their opinions on what they want to see, and usually whatever happens with the vote is what is decided. Now, the whole controversy around this proposal is the fact that this vote means absolutely nothing because they still went ahead and did the things they wanted to do without even caring about the votes from this proposal. So as we take a look at this, we are going to dive into the details, but just notice the current results of this. This proposal was launched on March 27th. It's ending tomorrow, April 3rd, and we have about 70% of the votes against this proposal. Now, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not going to go through all of what's laid out here, but what is going to happen, or what this proposal is meant to say, is that they are essentially going to take $750 million worth of Arbitrum, which is coming from the DAO treasury, and they are going to use that for expenses and to pay this foundation and all the people surrounding Arbitrum. So if we just quickly take a look at this, I'm going to leave links in the description below so you guys can go ahead and read word for word what this is. But we have the different people, all their different wallet address. They are also proposing that Security Council members are paid $5,000 per month in Arbitrum tokens. But what we really need to know here is that they are planning to take 750 million ARB tokens, which will be transferred to a new wallet for budget purposes or making special grants, reimbursing applicable service providers, yada, yada, yada. But basically, they are taking this amount from the DAO treasury and they are creating a new wallet and using those funds however they see fit. Now, this is supposed to be a vote, which is why they actually ended up doing a proposal on this, and which is why people can voice their opinions by voting. If you hold Arbitrum tokens, you can vote on whether or not you think this is a good idea or a bad idea. Now, if we take a look at some of the top voters here, we have most people voting against, which makes sense because if they're taking 750 million Arbitrum tokens from their DAO treasury and they're essentially selling that bit by bit to pay out people or to use it for operational expenses, well, you can assume that the price of Arbitrum is going to go down. And the whole reason this is having a massive impact on this is because they've essentially said that this vote doesn't really matter, and they've already gone ahead and transferred the 750 million ARB tokens to a new wallet. So this is where the controversy lies. Now, if we take a look at this Twitter thread, I'm going to leave a link to this in the description below. This person does a great job explaining everything that happens. I'm not going to go through the initial first tweets here, but here is where it gets interesting. So as we know, if we go back to the original allocation of Arbitrum, there's 10 billion tokens and 42.7% are in the DAO treasury. Now, that basically means that there's 4.27 billion tokens in that DAO treasury. And what Arbitrum or the foundation wants to do is take 750 million of those tokens and create a new wallet for it where they can essentially use whatever they want it for. Now, going back to this thread, this would mean that the foundation owns 7.5% of the Arbitrum that's out there. That would be controlled by the foundation, but he makes a very good comparison to other layer 2s. So for example, Optimism's foundation owns 5.4% of the total Optimism. Polygon's foundation owns 10%, as well as Starknet also owns 10%. Now, the interesting part here is, what if in their initial distribution there was 7.5% of the total amount of Arbitrum allocated already to the foundation? What if this DAO treasury was 7.5% lower and we had another section for the foundation? Would people have raised an eyebrow? Would people be upset at that? I don't think so, but I think people are upset because they are going ahead with this proposal without even caring about the votes, and they essentially just went ahead with this proposal without even having it conclude. So anyways, I do believe that if this was in the initial allocation, as this person is saying here, I don't necessarily think it would have been a big deal, but it is a big deal now, because the whole point of a DAO is to have people voice their opinions. If they're not going to take people's opinions and do what they want without people's opinions, then are we even in a DAO? So this is why there's so much controversy. But now, going back to this thread, of course, this was entirely poor communication by the team. And it also stated in this proposal that they did start using these funds. They were selling Arbitrum into stables for operational purposes. I don't know if it's been redacted now, because I can't seem to find this specific sentence. And I swear I literally read it this morning, and we also have it quoted here. It says the foundation has begun to use these tokens, including conversion of some funds into stable coins for operational purposes. So they essentially said, you know what, we are taking these 750 million tokens. We don't care about this vote. This is kind of just letting you know that we are doing this, and we've started selling a bit of tokens into stable funds for operational purposes. So let me know your thoughts on this. I'm not too sure what's going to happen next. Again, I will leave links in the description below. And he also does mention that some of the top delegators haven't even voted on this. And again, Arbitrum has already decided to do this. Not too sure if they're going to go back on their word and undo all of this, but some of the top delegators, such as Treasure DAO, Plutus, haven't even voted on this proposal, and it's already gone through, which is why there's so much controversy. Now, I did look at Arbitrum's Twitter. Let me refresh this again. Nothing has come out of their Twitter. A lot of people are waiting to see what happens, and obviously we see the impacts it had on the price of Arbitrum. Let me refresh that. Still at about $1.18 globally, but that's what's happening. This proposal is very controversial. They're putting this out there. Even if you vote, they've already gone ahead and done everything they said they would do in this proposal. Is this a DAO or is this not a DAO? What's going to happen? I'm not sure. Let me know your thoughts. What do you guys think of this controversial proposal, this DAO, what Arbitrum is doing in the behind the scenes, and what is this communication? They just need to figure it out. And as I said, if really 7.5% of the total circulating supply, or the total supply of Arbitrum, would have initially been allocated to the foundation, I don't think anyone would have batted an eye, and I think this could have been all avoided. Or had they just waited and seen people's opinion on this vote, that could have also been avoided. So let me know your thoughts down below. That's what's happening with Arbitrum. I hope you guys enjoyed. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.